and MX rounds the final corner to lead the 1-2 for the Scarlet Red Ferraris, and he wins.
Two Williams teammates, Spark and Vipermon. Vipermon wins the championship, and finally wins the championship.
DXman isn't going to get P1, he's going to get P2, but he's going to round the corner to win on track. But Of Noah has driven brilliantly, hasn't gotten a single warning, and is going to win in the finale.
Milo is going to be able to hold off Cloxton and win the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix.
This could still end up being Frosty's win, as that was the final lap. Kizzy's still going to win.
Sorry with all this, but Ryan Cox, congratulations. That was a great drive from you, mate.
EA Sports F1 23 launching June 16th, 2023.
It is time for qualifying here at Qatar. It is time for Div 2, the first tier of the day, to get underway for qualifying.
Qualifying is everything in Formula 1 because it determines your starting position on the grid on Sunday. You want to start from the front because it means you've got the other 19 drivers starting behind you.
We are on board with Kia players. He is flying on this lap. He's up in the second sector. He's also up in the first sector as well. See what he can do coming to the line. This may surprise the team principals here if he gets this lap completed. To the line, it's going to be a 1:21.8, and that's going to get team principals questioning.
Mike, this is Toto, Mike. Toto, just give me a second.
After qualifying, and here we are, Kia plays on the front row. Alfa Romeo solidly getting along there. Milan in P6. They're in a very strong position for the race. Can't say the same for Aston Martin though, as only have Call Me Cake, who's down currently P12, which is last. Aston Martin are going to have to work out something.
I do not often speak publicly. However, I'm extremely angry.
It is race day at Qatar. We have had qualifying and now we are ready for the main race. It's time to see who is going to come out on top for this race.
When you're on the grid waiting for the lights to go out, it's not like you have any thoughts in your mind. You're just fully focused on those lights and ready to react.
It's lights out and away we go.
DXman gets off to a good start. Kia plays also gets off to a good start. Pulls alongside DXman. DXman pulling away in a straight line though. Sparks up the back, maybe looking to get the position up into P2. No, he doesn't. Zonic's in P4 now. Mickey drops down to P5. Milan P6 looking to make up some places on Mickey, but can't quite. Kizzy in P7 getting pressure by Churchy just a little bit. There's PS Bomber up the back, putting some pressure onto Churchy, but didn't quite get any pressure. As now we go to DXman. Will Kia Plays be able to go for a move for the lead? No. 3/10 back. Sparks looking to maybe put pressure on for P2. And that is your first lap as there. Mickey trying to go for a move on Zonix. Can't quite get it done. Kizzy gets up into P6. Churchy up to P7. Milan dropping down the field down into P8 with work left to do as we come through the middle sector on lap 1. Oh, as Milan has steamed into the back of Churchy.
There are certain moments where silence falls on a racing track and you know what that means.
and that is Churchy round, and that leaves Churchy with a lot of time to make up, and Milan might potentially face a penalty for that after the race.
Milan now behind the McLaren of Kizzy, has to try and make a move sooner or later because it's very important that Alfa Romeo make their way through this race. He's going to get DRS on the next straight, but we'll see if he can get through. He is gaining, he's gaining all the way down that straight. And does Milan go to the inside? Yes, he does. Does he get the move stick? Does he get it complete? I think just about. Yes, he does. Through goes Milan. He's up to P6.
So we'll have to see. Milan is fading away a little bit from the Red Bulls. They may be pulling each other along in the tow. Sparks does have that penalty, so it might be wise of him to let his teammate through some point soon, as that's a safety car. Yeah, if Kia plays.
I don't know how long I can live like this.
Yeah, maybe overheated tires. Yeah, overheated rear tires from the incident with Mickey, I would assume, and now he's gonna have to come into the pits, but that safety car will close the whole grid up back to Dxmond, so Mickey might be able to have a shot at that, but that also allows Kia players, he will drop down the grid with the pit stop, but it won't hurt him too dramatically because he'll be closed up to the grid, and then him and Milan and all the other drivers on the grid can have a shot at making their way through the field.
Alfa Romeo not in a great spot right now. Seems like Milan, though, has decided to come into the pit lane. That's an interesting strategy from Alfa Romeo. He's getting close here. The Alfa Romeo. Milan versus Dxmond. We're going to head into the double right-hander. Round the outside goes Dxmond. Milan holds the inside, though. Here comes the Ferrari of Dxmond. On the inside, but they make contact.
There are certain moments where silence falls on a racing track, and you know what that means.
Oh no!
And that is around goes Milan.
And Dxmond is rounding the wall and gets wing damage and resets the track. That will be a penalty after the race for Dxmond. But first, Dxmond punts off Milan trying to do a dummy move, and then he spins himself. The world kicked back at him, but that leaves Kia plays in the lead. Here we go! I think he's trying to pressure Church into getting a time penalty. Here we go, on the inside goes Kia, they're side by side, and there we go, move done for Kia. Churchy tries to hold it right around the outside, not going to be able to do it, and that is move done, and now, through the final sector we go. Churchy will have the DRS coming onto the lap, but will it be enough? Or will Kia get a good exit and be able to now stretch that gap? Churchy tries to go down the inside, and he's nearly hit Kia there, and that'll compromise his exit. Kia gets a decent one, but with the DRS, Churchy will easily get back through, and he's holding on to this race like his life depends on it, is Churchy. As they go into turn one, Kia will pull to the right-hand side and go down the inside on the Williams. This is for the lead of the race, and he gets it done, and now Kia has to try stretch 5 seconds in the span of 2 laps. He's out of fuel! He's out of fuel! Churchy's out of fuel! Lap 20, the last lap of this race, and Churchy has ran out, but Kia plays a spun.
Sick of answering these fucking stupid questions on a race weekend. I mean, I've never seen any fucking thing like this, you know?
Here we go, as he enters the final sector. He was on Sauce, had a 5-second lead, pitted for new Sauce, had the chase down of his life, had to get back past P3, and then had to try chase down Churchy. Got the move, had to find 5 seconds. Churchy has gotten it all wrong as he goes through the final couple of corners of this race. Kia plays. Said he didn't have pace in the Alfa Romeo chat before this race, but now he finds himself rounding the final corner, and Kia plays is going to win Div 2 in round 1. and he wins the Qatar Grand Prix.
Yes! Oh my god!
As here we go then, 5 red lights for the Tier 2 Australian Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go. PS Bomb will jump the start. He's going to get a drive-through penalty. Zonix gets a decent start too as they move into turn 1. Kia plays, not getting swamped, but he is going side by side with the Ferrari of Phoenix. He spins into turn 1 and he's in the wall and he's out of the race. Both of the Alfa Romeos are out of the race. So is Spicy.
Had enough of both of you. You let the fucking team down, me down, which I protected you all the time. And I'm not fucking going into who is right and who is wrong. I don't want to. He moved, he that moved, and all that fucking wank, you know. Gene spends 100 fucking million a year of his own fucking money, which fucking wants to pull the plug and let everybody down because you're 2 fucking idiots. I have not more to fucking say to you guys, and if you don't like it, I don't need you here. Do not come back, please.
As here we go, they're too wide into the chicane and Colin kicks out this race. They made contact into the chicane and that's a safety car once again.
Something's eventually is going to have to get done at Aston Martin with Corby Cake only in P11 and as a DNF again. Not the luck that Aston are going to be wanting. Something is going to have to change there. Meanwhile, Kia plays Alfa Romeo only getting 5th place with Milan a DNF yet again. Not around that any of these teams wanted. Aston though are in a much worse place. Romeo 2nd place this week. Absolutely stunning result for Kia players yet again. But Aston Martin P12 for Corby Cake. No points again at Saudi Arabia.
I do not often speak publicly. However, I'm extremely angry.
DRS open and Sparks will be delighted. Across the line to win in Saudi Arabia Tier 1 and make it a Red Bull 1-2. Valet comes home P2. Ryan sets the fastest lap. What most of us will be saying, he comes across the line to win round 2 in Australia. He's side by side as they come into the turn 9 and turn 10 complex. They make contact. Ryan has to go off the track and he has to rejoin. What's the lap time going to be? It's going to be a 1 minute 26.394.
And I think PS Bomber is probably going to want to tune himself in a bit as Danson spun! Danson has spun into the wall!
As, oh no, there's been contact. DXman has hit McNuggy's round at turn 10. Oh, Milan crosses the line and it's going to be P1.
P4 and P10 for Aston Martin here today.